Oh, yeah, it's recording. Okay.
Okay, find the area of a regular hexagon with side length 12. Write your answer in radical form. So all of them are equal to 12. Okay, so what's the area of a regular hexagon? How do you find the area?
You got to find the anthem first. You got to find that height. From the center down makes a right angle. So if it's a hexagon, then 360 divided by 6 gives you the outside angle. So that angle would be 60, which makes this angle inside here 120. So then when I put my little triangular thinger down there, that makes this an equilateral triangle again. Right, because that angle is 60, that's 60 up there, and then that's 60. So now I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle again. This is 60. This side here is 6, because it's half of it. And then this side here, we don't know. So we need to find that side.
So this is the x side. Because it's 30, 60, 90, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the x side. So then this would be 12. This would be 6 square root of 3.
But that's the only thing that I need, right? Because I have that and that. That gives me the area of that triangle. How many of those triangles do I actually have?
6.
6. So in order to find the area of the whole thing, I just do 6 times, because that's 6 triangles, times height times base.
6 times 6 square root of 3 times 6, which would be
216 root 3.
Okay. Find the area of a regular pentagon with perimeter equals 30 feet. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the perimeter is 30 feet.
So what are each one of the sides?
One, 6.
Let's find that outside angle again. So I'm going to do 360.
So it goes down to make a 90-degree angle. So then 360 divided by 5, which is...
My brain is not functioning. 72.
Me either.
72.
So the outside angle is 72, which makes the inside angle
108.
So now you draw the picture, you have a 90-degree angle, and then...
What is that angle? 54 degrees? So now I have this right triangle.
Wait, how'd you get 54? 108.
108 divided by 2.
Okay, 108 divided by 2. So you get 54 And then this side is 6.
That side is 3.
This side?
Because remember, there's my whole triangle, right?
Yeah.
But the right angle cuts that triangle in half, right?
Okay. So it's 3.
So that's 3.
And then that's
56. And we need to find x. So how are we going to find x?
Use trig.
Yes, you're going to have to use trig this time. So let's label our sides. What side is this?
Hypotenuse.
What side is that?
Opposite.
What side is that?
Adjacent.
So what trig function am I going to use?
Tangent 54 equals
56. Right? Yeah. No. It's 108. It's 54. You're right. It's 54. Sorry.
You're fine.
Tangent of 54 equals opposite over
adjacent. So it would be tan 54 times 3 equals 0. So then that's whatever.
Let's find out. Clear 3 tan 54. So that's equal to 4.1. 4.1.
So then you use that to find hypotenuse, so that would be...
We don't need the hypotenuse.
Oh, we don't? We just need that?
Because once I know the area of that triangle, how many of those triangles do I have?
6. So the area
5.
would be... Oh, 5, sorry. So the area is 4.1 times 3.
4.1 times 3 times... How many of those do I have?
Oh, 5.
5. So 15 times 4.1. 15 times 4.1.
61.5. Find the distance of the ground crew to the spot under the balloon. Okay. So that's 11. This is that. This is 950. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So we're trying to find the distance of the ground crew to the spot under the balloon. So we want this.
Yes.
So what uses so it's sine.
Label your triangle.
11.
What size? Label the size of your triangle you have. What side is this?
Opposite.
What side is this?
Adjacent.
What trig function do you need to use?
But you're trying to find that.
No, you're trying to find this distance from there to there. Because it says the crew is here, right? Here are the dudes. And they want to know the spot on the ground right above the balloon. So they want to know the distance from there.
Oh, I thought they were saying like right there under the balloon.
It says the distance from the ground crew to the spot under the balloon.
See, that doesn't really...
Oh, okay. So maybe it is a hypotenuse.
Yeah, that doesn't really specify where under the balloon is.
Because it labeled that as D, so I thought that you needed to know that side.
Yeah.
The distance...
of the ground crew to the spot under the balloon. But it could be either.
Alright, let's find both.
Okay.
So you're right, sine. So you have sine of 11 is equal to
950 over h. So that equals... Oh, you have to divide. So 950 divided by sine 11, which is, I don't know.
You're supposed to know that by heart, girl. What's wrong with you?
I should be able to do it
slipping.
in my head.
I know, right?
How do people do that in their head?
Nobody does that in their head unless they have Asperger's. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That was cruel.
No, but like for real, like that's crazy if you can do that in your head. Like
That's like some Rain Man stuff.
exactly. So it's 4, 9, 7, 8.
Yeah. 4, 9, 7, 8, and then from there to there would be what trig function?
Oh, just kidding. It is sine. Because I remember checking this because we had to do it for something, and she was like, "Well."
So it is that. That's the one
Yeah,
that she
so it
wants.
is
She doesn't
sine.
want D.
Yeah, because
Well, why did they label the triangle D?
if they do that, that's really confusing. Let's just we can just do it just for practice.
What trig
So
function?
then you would use opposite and adjacent, so it would be tan. Tan equals 950 over A. So it would be a 950 divided by tangent of 11. $4,887. Okay. Solve each triangle. What does that mean?
It means find all of the angles in the missing sides.
Okay.
Use trig to do it too.
Use trig?
Don't use Pythagorean theorem.
For all of it?
For all of it. So you can practice it for your test.
Okay, so first, don't like the way this is written, but first you would do, shoot, I forget how to find the other side with side.
Alright, find the angle first. Find the angle first. So you see where I marked that angle?
So you would do, so that would be hypotenuse and adjacent. So you would do, what's hypotenuse? So cosine. -1 equals 15.6.
15.6.
Oh, sorry, 6. Sorry, I accidentally read the number that we were on. Over 12.5.
And it's not equal, it's just, that's equal to the angle.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Oh, I already know it. I can do that in my head.
Cosine inverse of 6 divided by... Is that somewhere around like 60 degrees? Yep.
Could never do that. 61.3, so that's that angle.
61.3.
So now you can do
61.3.
That's the opposite. This is the wait.
Yeah, that's
no,
the
that's
opposite. That's the opposite side.
Which one?
This side is the opposite side.
Wait,
and
so on my paper, so this would be 61.3. So then this would be opposite.
You put your right angle in the wrong spot, I think. You see where my right angle is? It's down there.
I just drew it differently, I think.
Okay.
So that's how so you can use the adjacent and the opposite. So tangent of 61.3
equals
over 6. So that's 61.3 tan times 6.
Oops. So that's 11 basically.
So equals 11.
And how do you find that angle?
11. And then you just do 90 minus 61.3, which is, I don't know.
28.7.
Yay! Okay. 16.
Oh! Oh, man. Oh, I gotta leave here in 5 minutes. Flip through that and make sure that there's nothing else you know how to do. You don't know how to do.
That. Don't know what I'm doing for that.
Estimate
Either of these.
Okay. Sorry. When you do the angle of descent, that angle is just the exact same as that angle.
And it's also equal to that angle.
No, you never use that angle up there.
Never mind.
You always put it down there because that's the mistake that most kids make.
Okay, so then I would just do that to find that angle.
You would use
these two, the hypotenuse and adjacent, to
find this angle, because that angle.
Oh yeah, sorry, that angle, and then that would be that angle.
And that would be that angle.
But with this, so that's hypotenuse. Would this be opposite or would it be adjacent?
Well,
does it matter?
let's draw the triangle.
Does it matter?
It does matter.
Okay.
So you're saying that this side is 10 and this side is 9.4, and I'm looking for that angle. How is this side related to that angle? Is it adjacent or opposite?
Okay, never mind. Adjacent. Got it. So that's it. So I can do that. But this, estimate the angle of elevation.
It's the exact same. So here's your picture. And the angle of elevation is still that angle that's on the bottom, right next to the ground. What sides did they give you? They gave you all three sides, right?
Yeah.
So they said that this distance is 17.6525.
So that would be
adjacent. And they said this one, yeah. They said this one is 14.225. So what are you going to use to find that angle? Tangent inverse, right.
Okay.
And which one are you going to use to do this one?
Which one? Hypotenuse and adjacent, so cosine.
Cosine inverse.
Yeah.
Right.
You are standing 80 feet from the base of a building. The angle of elevation to the top of a building is 75 degrees. The angle of elevation to a window on the 8th floor is 40 degrees. How far is the window from the top of the building? What?
Can you draw that picture?
So, this is the base of the building, and you're standing 80 feet from it.
So here's my building. Here's me. And then, how far away am I standing from the building?
80 feet.
So this is 80 feet. And then the top of the building is there. And my angle of elevation is 75 degrees. And then I have a window that I'm looking at.
The angle to the top of the building is...
And that one's 40.
How did you know where to put the angle of elevation?
The angle of elevation is always from the ground looking up.
Okay,
it's always going to be in that corner.
Okay. So an angle of elevation to a window on the 8th floor, so that's here to is 4, so that's here to...
There's my window.
So you just randomly wrote it?
Mm-hmm.
And then just wrote.
So the big angle is 75 and the little angle is 40.
How far is the window from the top of the building?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the top.
Mm-hmm.
This is the... So then that's just...
You didn't write your stuff right. You're standing there, right?
Oh, I didn't write
The
that.
building is way over here, right? That's the top of the building.
Let me read
Those
that
two
one.
angles, because the angle of elevation should be in the same spot.
Okay, so if I'm drawing it like that, let's first draw that. Where are you standing?
Then that's 70 degrees right there.
70.
And you're standing there. And then that's the top of the building, right?
This is our window, and it goes down to 40 feet.
And 40 is on the ground, from
right
the
here?
ground.
Right
Yes, that's 40.
Here? Okay, so this is 40, 70, x. Could that be said?
So
40, 70, x.
that's 80.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
So you literally have two triangles. You have this one, where this is 40, and that's 80, and that's to the window. And then you have this one,
where this is 70.
and that's 80, and that's to the top of the
Where's
building.
80? So this would be 80?
The 80 is always along the ground. It never moves.
Alrighty. So then
So if you find this distance and then you find that distance, what do you do to those two distances to figure out how far this window is from the top?
Wait, what?
So let's say this is 25.
Okay.
And let's say this is 56.
You multiply? Whoa. Add them together? Wait. Wait.
So
that's one triangle and then that's the other
So
triangle.
this is 28, right?
Okay.
And this whole distance
is 56.
So how do I figure out how far the window is from the top?
Oh, so you would do 56 minus 28.
Right. You just subtract the two distances.
Okay. So first you have to find this and this.
Mm-hmm.
But would this be 40 or would this be 80?
The 40 is the angle. You don't need to know the hypotenuses.
Okay.
You need to find these two distances on this, and you're going to use tangent for both of them.
Okay. But then for this one you don't have any. Oh, you have this because it's the whole triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you would just do that, and you could just do like tangent of.
So it's 80 tangent. I'm sorry.
Tangent 70.
It's 80 tangent 40 and 80 tangent 70, and then you subtract those two from one another.
Why would it be 80 tangent?
Okay. What side of the triangle do I have?
The bottom side.
Which is what side of the triangle?
The adjacent side.
What side of the triangle is this?
Opposite.
What trig function do you use?
Tangent. But why would it be 80 and not 70? Like, why wouldn't you do 70 tangent?
What is 70?
The angle.
So where does that go when you're doing tangent?
Wait, am I thinking this wrong?
You're making this way more complicated than you have to.
Wait, no, because usually you would do tangent 61.3.
What's the angle in that triangle?
70.
So why wouldn't I do 80 times the tangent of 70?
Okay, sorry. You just wrote it backwards, so it confused me for a little bit.
Whenever you do it in your scientific calculator, that is the way you put it in. You put the side in times the angle.
Okay.
You didn't notice that we've been doing all those problems, and I've been doing it that way? I did 6 tangent of the angle. You didn't. I've been doing it that way the whole.
I do it this way.
Okay. Okay. That's because you don't have a scientific calculator, because you got to figure out what that decimal is first and then multiply it.
Okay. So. Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So then, how far is the window from the top of the building? So then you would just do the tangent and then the tangent and then subtract 56.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Easy enough. Actually, no, not at all, but that's okay.
I mean, the hardest thing for that question is just to draw the picture.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing of the test will just be those questions. Not really.
Remember, your angle of elevation is always along the ground. So
Same with the other one?
Same with the other one. You just put the angle on the ground.
What is the other one? Descent?
Descent. Because those two things are exactly the same thing. They're always exactly the same thing. So don't let it